What's up, guys? This is a familiar sight. It's Thursday, June 6th, about 10 o'clock at night. We leave for Midwest Drags on Sunday morning to head to Virginia, and we've got the T5 back on the bench. I lost the ability to downshift third again, and then it started grinding upshifting, and I opened it up and I found the synchro that I had just put in has a crack in it. Let's see, there it is. So thankfully I had a couple random ones left over from AMP, so I threw that in, cleaned up some of these teeth with the Dremel because it's pretty beat up, but I'm not sure what caused that crack. But we're going to get it back together, seal it up tonight, get it the sealing to dry. We'll throw it in the car and fill it up and test drive it on Friday. Hopefully it's all good so that Saturday we can load up and leave Sunday morning. Yep, so things are going pretty good. Yep, almost there. All right, we made it to Virginia Motorsports Park for day one of Midwest Drags 2023. I guess it's actually day zero. We're gonna go get in line, get teched in, and maybe make a test pass. And good thing I had the trash bag over the carburetor for the drive down. We had some serious rain. All right, so we are teched in for Midwest Drags for the week, and we paid to do test and tune. That starts in about an hour. We're gonna get the car switched over to the slicks, and we're gonna go make some test runs. These are the cars I'm traveling in. This is Wender's badass twin turbo S550 Coyote. Here's Rocco's Pro-charged Stroker LS3 C6. My first test pass to try to slow it down. I put the two-step at 5800 and just gave it like half a throttle, and DA according to air density online is 713. Put the shift light at 6200. We're just granny shifting. We don't need to kill it to just slow the car down. We went a 17860, but we slowed down too much, 1238. So I think I'm going to try to pick it up a little bit on the launch and maybe add 100 RPM to the shift light. We broke. All right, so the second test hit, I raised the two-step up, brought the shift light up, added some air in the tires to try to get it to not bog as much, and see if we can run that 12.0. We ended up spinning pretty bad, and then when it did hook, it spun the clutch, which is never done before. So I ended up running a 12.66 at 111, and at the end of the track, as you saw, it locked up, and I couldn't get it to move. I don't know what was going on. I let it cool off for a bit and was able to get it into gear and get it to move. Brought it back to the pits, and I loosened up the clutch cable, thinking I was a little greedy on it, and that's what caused it to slip. But I think at that time, something happened in the trans and caused it to kind of get caught in a couple gears at the same time. And that's probably when we lost the bearing on the cluster support. Or cluster shaft, counter gear, whatever you want to call it. So that's probably where we broke the trans on that pass right there, when we spun the clutch and everything was trying to, get traction and go forward, and maybe twisting the case on the T5 may have caused it also. So after getting it moving again, I adjusted the cable, and I wanted to go out for a third pass and just drive it out and maybe increase the shift light, take it easy on the launch. Ended up with a 2.0 60 foot. It missed third, with the clutch cable adjusted. It doesn't shift great, but at least it was running and driving, and we decided at that point we'll go on and we'll try day one. All right, we're in the lanes for day one, Midwest Drags. Getting ready to go. Hopefully the trans holds up.
Uptown Massachusetts in the 68 Torino. And that's Herb and Dan Hewitt right there, right hand side. I'm not sure if that's them or not, no info.
Day one, we got our 2 passes in. Not the slips I want to turn in, but the car's running. The clutch is slipping pretty bad after that issue yesterday. adjusted the cable so it's a little better. But we want to just finish the week now at this point. We're not going to try to compete, obviously, for 12-0, but make a couple passes each day and make the journey. So we'll pack up, switch over the tires, and we'll start hitting the road once our buddies are done. All right, it's 2 o'clock. We're finally getting ready to leave VMP. Rocco had to make a couple more passes. He went too fast, and there was an oil down. Finally got to go. The car wouldn't start. We fixed that. So 2 o'clock, we're getting ready to go here. Hopefully we get into Atco before 9 o'clock tonight. Lost 5th gear, running a little hard at this RPM. We got 150 miles to go. Still plugging along in 4th gear. Got like 100 miles to go. All right, we made it. End of day 1. 12:30 in the morning. 300 miles in 4th gear at 3,000 RPMs. We're gonna go crash and see what we're gonna do for day 2. The trans is pretty much trash and the clutch is slipping, so we have no idea what we're gonna do. See ya. All right, we're out here at Atco, day 2. Summit Racing Midwest Drags 2023. We made it, but the trans is hurting. It's leaking a little. I think the cluster bearing on 5th gear there on the cluster support ate itself, so we were running 4th gear. We hit advance. We're gonna do a trans fluid change. We're gonna just limp 2 passes and hope for the best and make the drive. We're just trying to survive. We're not really gonna compete. We're just gonna turn in 2 slips, hopefully, and make the drive. Fluid is out. It is ugly. There is a lot of metal on the drain plug. Probably most of the bearing from the cluster support, I believe. So I'm gonna put some fresh stuff in and keep limping it. The slips we're turning in at Atco on day 2. I just drove it down after changing the fluid. That's what we got. Took it fairly easy, no launching, just drove it out, and we're ready to go on. Miles from the hotel on day 2, and the transmission gave up, so we just forced it in here. It just locked up. She's done. My ride to VMP, Midwest Drags, day 3. Got the truck and trailer, time to turn and burn. 100 degrees in Virginia. 99. People are cooking today. All right, guys, well, it's the last day of Midwest Drags 2023, day 4. Should be in Virginia, but as you can see, I am already home in the garage. The Torino's up on the blocks. We're gonna pull the T5 out and take a look at it. I know it's completely destroyed. We just drove it until it wouldn't drive anymore. If we stopped on day 1, we probably could have fixed it, but I was kind of tired fixing this one. And every time I asked my son if he wanted to stop or keep going, he said, let's just go. So we did it for the adventure. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast, but time to pull this out, see what we can do, and see what the next transmission is. Talk to you guys later.